Moving on, adjacent, but we'll talk a little bit about the NFL. Uh, some major news out of the NFL. First and foremost, Myles Garrett traded, and I put on a jersey here just to show you guys.
I will
Oh,
remember you. Wait,
oh wait, that's my Baker
that's
Mayfield
Is
jersey.
that a
that's
Dylan
not
He doesn't
Gabriel
play for the
jersey?
team anymore. My bad.
Will you
Oh, wait,
remember
Oh.
me?
that's Jarvis Landry. He doesn't play for the team anymore either.
Uh,
But good old Nick. Oh, Nick Chubb. He doesn't
wait,
play
Nope.
either.
tough.
Well,
Oh,
that's okay. At least I got Joe
jersey
Flacco.
is
No, this
crazy.
time,
The
this
Flacco
time for
jersey is
sure.
crazy.
Oh wait. Joe Flacco doesn't play for
I
the team either.
will
We got big old
remember
95
you.
Myles Garrett. Oh wait.
Will you remember me?
He doesn't play for the team either.
So
I
the
no
question,
longer go ahead.
so the question to you, Ryan, is like if you had to buy a jersey right now for a player that you would think that would last for more than, you know what? I was gonna say their whole career, but yeah, no. I'll give you more than 5 years. Who would you buy from the Cleveland Browns right now?
It's between one of two players. One is a rookie this year, and one was a rookie last year. Spencer Fano, our new rookie,
Okay.
first for ninth overall
Yeah.
pick, left tackle out of Utah, or and probably who I will get, Carson Sweshinger, the linebacker out of UCLA. I think those two. I'm pretty
Knock on
locked
wood right now.
in.
Knock on wood right
Pretty
now.
locked in that I might have a jersey that will last. I don't know, a few years. We'll see.
Just
But
get a Kozar
Just buy a
jersey.
Joe Thomas jersey.
Yeah.
good
Just buy
call.
a Joe Thomas jersey.
Honestly, Bernie Kosar or Joe Thomas, either one could work. But no, Myles Garrett trade. I thank you guys for letting me do that bit. But I'll let you guys.
The Joe Flacco jersey is crazy, by the way. That you have a
I
Joe
knew that was
Flacco
going to be
Browns
short
jersey.
term.
Yeah.
I knew that was short term, but that run was insane. That was
True.
that's the
It was
most
beautiful.
fun. That's the most fun I've ever had watching football as an adult, because
More
the Brown.
more fun
Uh,
than the game against the playoff game against Pittsburgh.
Yes. Well, yes and no. That's a good question. Is the game itself like the Pittsburgh game is like my favorite game I've ever watched in my life, right? But
Mhm.
the season itself, that Brown season was not nearly as fun as the Brown season where Joe Flacco took us to the playoffs. Strictly from a standpoint of like, it was during COVID, during the first playoff run. No one's in the stadium. It's a weird vibe the whole time. It was still very cool, very fun to watch. And we were this close to going to the AFC Championship game. We were a Chad Henne sack away from on 4th and 19 from going to, or 3rd and 19 from going to the AFC Championship. But at the same time, just watching an inept offense just barely find a way to win all season. Deshaun Watson, we were at the JTs for the fourth or the second half of the Baltimore game where he goes 14 for 14 for 132 and 2 touchdowns and wins the game. And we think, oh my, finally, he's here. We're going to get this done. We're going to do this, out for the season. And then we got of DTR and PJ Walker and just nobodies. And we signed Joe Flacco off the couch, and he comes in and has multiple 300-yard passing games and becomes like in 13 touchdowns in 5 games. It was insane.
Insane
It
run.
was insane. I've never seen anything like it. That Bears game was incredible. Like, anyway, we'll stop talking about it.
I think it was a Thursday night game against the Jets when they clinched the playoffs.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Electric.
Yeah.
Electric. The crowd had the lights going. It was obviously night game Thursday night. Joe Flacco is throwing for 300 yards and falling asleep on the sideline. Yeah. I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah.
And it made up for the fact that 2 years before that, 4 years ago now, Joe Flacco led a 13-point comeback against the Browns in week 2 after or in the
On
final.
on the Jets.
Yeah, exactly. For playing for the Jets, they they had no timeouts and 2 minutes left in the game, down 13 points and won. So,
Mm.
but he made up for that by taking us to the playoffs. Then we won't talk about the Houston game. So, anyway, your guys' thoughts on the Myles Garrett trade overall, and then I'll give my thoughts.
Jason, you go first. You're muted.
You're muted.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I got you
Testing,
now.
testing.
Got you now.
I'm going to say that, in my humble opinion, from day one, I didn't think it was that bad of a trade. The reason because I think Jared Verse is probably the third best edge under 25 years old. And that is well worth a first round pick. Like, yes, you want it's Myles Garrett, the best edge player of all time, top 3 at least, top 2 at least, for most people. He just broke the record. He doesn't look like he's aging. At least, yeah, minimum has at least another 2 or 4 years of still good play, I think, before, barring injuries, before, like, he's not worth the money, in my
Mhm.
opinion, that he's getting paid. So, um, you would like to have what, like Ryan had said the day of the trade, 2 first picks, a second, and a third. I think Jarrett Verse makes up for the first. You got a first, you got another pick. That's what my compensation I thought was going to be. So around 2 first and a later second, is what I thought. But or a later third, I think I said. I can't remember, one of the two. But an extra pick including that. The reason being is because the NFL does this thing. When a player hits 30, their value drops from here to here automatically, cut in half. If you are not signing a player for a 4-year deal, the NFL does not think the player is worth the money or the value that they were previously. If he was 28, I think you guys get another pick in a
Mhm.
heartbeat, or another young player in a heartbeat. But he's not, unfortunately. So his value decreases. I think Jared Verse makes up for that. Now, another big thing that, sorry, last point. Another big
No.
thing is when you have Miles Garrett on your defense, and you're trying to lose games, he makes it very, very difficult to lose games. No matter how bad your offensive is, he's going to get the sacks to change games and give you guys momentum on offense to be able to score. So taking that away, being able to use those first round picks in a very, very deep draft class, this 2027 draft class, I cannot wait to talk about it. I'm going to be annoying, but you're going to get a quarterback in here, and you want to be, in my opinion, you want to be in the first 3 picks, and you get probably, hopefully, an all-time player. So at the quarterback position, or an all-time receiver. But
Or
we'll talk
both.
about that another day. Or both,
To
if the Rams end up sucking.
to your point about Myles Garrett winning the games, we got Jared Verse back, gave away Myles Garrett, and the projected win totals for the Browns still went down 1.5 games. That's with getting a Pro Bowler in return. That's how
Yes.
much Miles means to the win total for this team. So just amplifying your point. Your thoughts, Jerry?
Mhm.
Uh, I'm probably going to say what you would think about the trade, Ryan, because I've kind of been going back and forth. Initially, just because of how much impact Miles Garrett has on the football field, I thought it was a terrible trade for the Browns. But looking at it now, if you think about it, the Browns are not going to be competing this year or next year with or without Miles Garrett. They need to load up. They need to load up on draft picks, young talent. I think getting Jared Verse is a very, very good piece of that. He's very good. He is not Miles Garrett, but he, like you said, he's a 2-time Pro Bowler in his first 2 years. Very good player. He has the potential to be a superstar defensive end in the NFL. I think they could have probably squeezed out another pick, another I mean, in a perfect world, you get another first, but realistically, they probably could have gotten at least another second, maybe another third. And I think the trade would have looked a little better. But getting that draft capital back to stack up, to Jason's point, for next year's draft, it's looking like one of the best drafts possibly of all time. Like it is so loaded, it's ridiculous how good this draft is going to be. I think it's very important for the Browns. And I mean, they had a game last year. Myles Garrett had 5 sacks against the Patriots, and they lost by 19 points.
Yep.
Like, you have to figure out the offense. The defense is still going to be very stellar. They have Denzel Ward. They have Carson Schwarzenegger. They have Mason Graham. Now they have Jared Verse. Defense is going to be very good, and those are young guys. Going to be very good for a long time. So fix the offense. Use your draft capital. Get the offense right. Maybe Todd Monken, being an offensive mind, can get something going. We'll see. I don't think the draft, or I don't think the trade is quite as bad as I initially thought. I think it's actually pretty even. Definitely sets the Rams up for a Super Bowl run here, though. I think they have to be the Super Bowl favorites after this trade.
They are by a lot.
Yeah, first time. Sorry, first time a MVP, offensive MVP and a defensive MVP have been on the same team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the year after they both won it.
The year after, right?
Yeah. So barring injuries, the Rams are going to be the odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl. But I think a solid trade for the Browns. I don't think it's obviously depressing losing Myles Garrett, cornerstone piece of the franchise for a long time. He's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, but you have to make a move to prepare yourself for the future.
I have several thoughts on it. I think first and foremost, it's disappointing. And I think the very first thing that has to be said is this is what happens. This is the aftermath of the Deshaun Watson trade. This is what happens when you miss your window and you give up a bunch of draft capital to get a guy and he's terrible. And the disaster of giving someone $230 million guaranteed, right? Like you end up trading away a top 3 defensive player of all time, top 5 defensive player of all time. I think you also have to go into this situation with the knowledge, with a couple pieces of knowledge in that. One, Myles Garrett was making it very clear that he was not going to play for the Browns this year. He had not met Todd Monken yet. He had been to multiple Cavaliers games and had not come into the building. He had not responded, but maybe one time via text message. As soon as they hired Todd Monken, he posted on Instagram basically this meme of severe disappointment. He was going to be a distraction this year. He knew it. They knew it. He wasn't going to play. So if you go into it with that knowledge where, yeah, you blame the organization for basically wasting one of the greatest players of all time, and also the knowledge that you can only do what you can do in the moment, then he had to be traded. I think what is telling is that the Rams wanted to give at least one more first and maybe 2 more first or another first and a second instead of Jared Verse. So if that doesn't tell you what at least the Rams viewed him or how they viewed them, that should, at least for Browns fans that are disappointed in the draft compensation, that should show like, no, it was definitely a ample compensation for the for losing Myles Garrett. I think Jared Verse is someone that is going to continue to ascend. I think actually it gives the window for people like Mason Graham and Alex Wright to really step up this year. And I wish Myles nothing but the best. As a massive Browns fan, I hope the Rams win a Super Bowl this year. And it gives up. We have 11 picks next year in a draft that Jason can't wait to talk about. That's absolutely stacked, absolutely loaded, and 2 of those picks are in the first round. And yeah, it'll probably be a top 10 pick and the 32nd pick. But we also have a ton of other capital spread out through the next 3 years that you can package to move where you need to go to get your quarterback of the future, which is what this trade was about. And guess what? If Shedeur Sanders turns out to be a franchise guy and he's the man, which you never know, then you use that to go get Jeremiah Smith, or you use that capital to go get whomever else that we could use to fill in the holes on this roster.
And not to mention too, we're coming off of a draft that a lot of people are saying Andrew Berry killed in.
He
By the
cooked
way,
it. He
yeah,
cooked. He
and we
got
don't even
4
know what
dudes.
these rookies look like yet in NFL play. They could be superstars in the waiting. You don't know.
Yeah,
A guy
yeah,
like
yeah.
Concepcion, like he's an explosive player that has a lot of potential, a lot of raw
Yes,
potential. So
yes, yeah. And he got 4 dudes in the first 2 rounds that all had top 20 draft grades on them. And so, like, I am extremely excited. By the way, Jason, would you like to know who is impressing the most in camp right now?
Is it a wide receiver that's not named Casey Concepcion?
It is a wide receiver not named Casey Concepcion.
Interesting.
It's a
We'll
guy
see.
named Denzel Boston who is literally mossing everybody in practice right now. So either our DBs are going to be trash this year or he might be pretty good. We'll see. But anyway, overall, I actually I give the I've come around on it, and I give the Browns a lot of credit for doing what needed to be done in the situation that they're in. You can't just hold on to Miles forever. You got to trade him. You got to get what you can get back for him. You got a nice young piece at the same position and multiple and several levels of draft capital for potential stars and starters in this league. So I got to be happy with it. Overall, I give the Browns an incomplete because we don't know who they're going to draft yet, but probably an A. And obviously the Rams get an A+ because this might even get Aaron Donald to come out of retirement, which would be the most absurd thing I've ever heard in my life.
He's not doing it though. He laughed.
no, there's no way.
He laughed about it. He's not doing it. But if he did do it, Aaron Donald and Miles Garrett on the same team,
How do you
just
you
don't.
can't
Just
you can't
quarterbacks, just
That's
back it up.
like that's like that's like a
I'm walking off the
historic
bus.
all Madden
I'm
team
throwing
that
the
you
white
make
flag.
playing
yeah
Madden, dude.
yeah
Like,
waving the white flag. I'm not doing it.
Bro, if I'm playing quarterback against that team, and especially if I don't got a good offensive line, I don't care how good it is. There's not a good enough offensive line.
No.
But
yeah.
because you have to double team them both, and unless you start going 7 or 13 personnel and your offensive line or your tight ends are like Darren Washington, like good luck. Like good luck. Like,
Good luck. Moving forward, the other big trade that day was AJ Brown to the Patriots. Your guys' thoughts on that? I mean, that was sort of the everyone thought that was going to be the big trade, and then Miles stole it. But they knew that because everyone knew this was going to happen. But Jason, your thoughts on the compensation that the Eagles were able to get, and what AJ Brown would mean joining the Super Bowl runner-ups, the New England Patriots.
yeah, I mean the writing was on the wall when they drafted Mekhi Lemon. I mean, I think he's going to be a solid player, and they also picked up a couple of free agent wide receivers as well. So the writing was on the wall. I think AJ Brown is a solid player, but he was just not being used well last year. I thought a trade was going to happen last year. I'm going to be honest with you, and I think the compensation is good. It made sense. I mean, he's older on the older tribe. I believe he's 28, if I'm not mistaken.
Uh,
Anyone fact check me on that?
AJ
I believe
Brown
that's right.
is 28. Yes, he'll be
Yes.
29
So
end of
he's
this month.
28. He's 28. I mean, wide receivers have, unless they're some of the greats, which I mean he is, and he works out well, have a shorter lifespan, I'd say. But for the Patriots, you get your number one receiver. You tap it in with a growing quarterback who's MVP level last year. If if what's his name doesn't get it, I think he's right next in line.
Yeah.
But yeah, it helps them out a lot. And yeah, I mean, you could see them in the in the Super Bowl again, playing the Rams, getting their face
Mm.
beaten. But we'll see.
Jerry, what do you think? Do you think it was? What do you think of the compensation in general? You think it's fair? You think that anyone got fleeced? Solid
Um,
trade for both.
I think I think it's a good trade for the Patriots. I think it's kind of a bad trade for the Eagles. I mean, they're losing a big piece in AJ Brown. That it kind of seems like the Eagles are on that decline now a little bit. They could
Mhm.
be, especially with Saquon having a down year last year. They could be gearing up for kind of a retooling. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Kind of the same with the Browns. You don't know what they're going to pick with that. So we'll see. But I think with the Patriots, that's kind of the piece that they were missing to overcome the hump of winning the. I mean, they got to the Super Bowl without him. But that number one go-to receiver who's just an absolute freaking animal, who can catch a ball over anybody. Plus, you're pairing him up with Vrabel, who coached him in Tennessee. So they
Right.
already have a relationship there. So I think it's very scary for the AFC moving forward. I think that division is going to be interesting between Buffalo and New England this year, much like it was last year. They're certainly a playoff team. They could be shooting for the number one seed in the AFC. It's going to be scary this year. But I think the compensation was. I would expect the Patriots to give up something like that for a number one receiver for the kind of team that they have and where they're at and their position to make a playoff run. So
what I find most disappointing from the Eagles standpoint is that they couldn't get a 27 first round pick, that it was a 28 first round pick.
True.
That's a good point.
And not that 28 isn't going to be a good year. I'm sure it is, but like everyone's been talking about, this 27 draft class is literally one of the greatest draft classes of all time. You would think
wide
that,
receiver.
yeah.
And wide receiver, let me tell you.
Yeah.
You
So
can find
you could
AJ
have
Brown.
exactly. You could have easily. Now again, you got Mekhi Lemon, but you could have gotten another major receiving piece in next year's draft. And so that was the only thing that, like, at first I was like, oh, first and a fifth, like that's pretty good. And then I was like, oh, a 28 first. Again, not that I don't know much about the 28 draft class, right? It may be great, but I just that brought it down a peg for me. Obviously, the Patriots, incredible move by them. They now have to be, favorites or Denver's probably favorites out of the AFC, but
I
no?
actually don't. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up.
It's Jacksonville.
It's not.
No, it's not. I would think it's Denver is number one out of the AFC, followed by the Patriots, but we'll see. But I think AJ Brown allows them to. I think the only other aspect is how well does their left tackle Will Campbell? How does he progress? Is he actually going to be a real left tackle, or did they? I mean, because they just drafted Caleb Lomu as well, the other tackle out of Utah. Is he going to take over that left tackle position, and will Campbell bump into guard? I don't know yet. We'll see, but. They're clearly trying to address their major issues, which were offensive line and wide receiver. Is it Denver, Jerry?
Sorry, I'm still loading up here. Oh, no,
jeez.
All right, go to the next one. I'll come back to you.
The last one we want to talk about, the largest contract in NFL history, was just signed the other day. Guess who? Patrick Mahomes, 8-year, $500 million. Let me say that again. 8-year, $500 million. $500 million, 8-year contract. How insane. Jason, while Jerry's pulling up Denver odds. I mean,
I got it.
Absurd.
If you want to see it, I'm shocked by this. If you want to hear, I want you guys to give a guess on who you think. Give me your top 5 who you think would be the AFC championship winner to go to the Super Bowl.
Okay, we'll pause on Patrick Mahomes. We'll do this real quick. My top 5. AFC to go to the Super Bowl.
To go to the Super Bowl, to win the AFC championship.
Denver, Buffalo, Patriots, Chiefs, and Houston.
You got 3 out of 5 correct.
All right.
Not in that order, 3 out of 5 teams.
Yeah. I got you.
I would go, okay, so I'm going Texans. Sorry. Let's start from the top. I'll go Patriots, Bills, Denver, Texans, and I would say Ravens.
Okay, you also got 3 out of 5. All right. Number 5, the Kansas City Chiefs plus 800. Number 4, the New England Patriots. The Patriots are 4 plus 800.
Okay.
The Los Angeles Chargers
every year
plus 750.
I hate that.
Bills and Ravens tied at 1 and 2 plus 500.
Justin Herbert win a freaking playoff game before we put the Chargers at the third best odds
It's
to win the AFC.
every freaking year, dude. Every single year.
And they win 10 games and get bounced in the first round, and yet every year they're like the third best odds. It drives me insane. Anyway,
It's
I'm
insane.
sure as being their division rival, Jerry, I'm sure it drives you even more insane.
It's the most overrated team of all time.
Of all time.
all time.
They're terrible. Because they got the powder blues.
They do have the sickest uniforms.
Those are,
Yeah, they
I
do.
can't
but they have the
lie.
worst fans.
They do.
Doesn't no one show up to the games anymore?
No.
No,
Right.
they're
No one
not
goes
even
to
the
the
worst
Rams
fans.
or
They
the
don't have
Chargers.
fans.
Yeah,
They literally
yeah.
don't have fans.
Yeah, they share a stadium with the Rams, and if they played each other, they couldn't fill it.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
So-
To round out, Texans plus 850, Denver at plus 950, Bengals plus 1,000, Jaguars plus 1,200.
Browns?
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Browns? Where we at? Come on.
Minus 250.
Let's go. No. Minus 250 to not make the playoffs. No, it's probably higher than that.
It's way higher than that.
Yeah, probably minus 1,000. Anyway, that's kind of crazy. But shifting back, Patrick Mahomes kind of killed the momentum of my 8-year, $500 million contract, but it's whatever. I'm not mad about it or anything.
Sorry.
But I'm just kidding.
It's just because the freaking Chargers are there. That's
It's
why
the Chargers,
I
too.
saw them. I'm like, are you
Like,
freaking
yeah.
kidding me, dude?
Yeah, it was worthy of an interruption. And it's Patrick Mahomes, the other division rival, so you got to interrupt talking good about him. But, Jerry, 8 more years, $500 million. He's in your division. Thoughts? Impressive, by the way. Good for him. Good for the Mahomes family. Holy crap. $500 million to play football? I haven't seen how much of that is guaranteed, but, I mean, this is
Yeah.
insane.
I mean, he's on track to be the greatest quarterback of all time. So props to him. But last time I checked, the Chiefs were no longer the AFC West champions. So you come for the king. You best not miss. That's all I got to say.
The last
Denver
time
goes-
you said that, you lost.
Dude, we're missing the playoffs this year.
Oh.
You said those words. Okay.
I-
500 and sorry, go ahead, Ryan.
No, you're up. I was actually about to pass it to you. Take it away.
Anyways,
Take the assist.
so I know Jerry was saying earlier, like it's smart to pay him early, but it's just insane to me how it's just insane to me how
This
far
is
we're progressing
terrible.
with the salary cap.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking that, by the way. We're going to make videos off of that. Anyways, how just far we're progressing with the NFL contracts. Like we're getting close to like the NBA, MLB contracts. I mean, obviously those are going to grow more and more, but it's. I didn't think we would be progressing this fast, which deserved. I mean, these are companies that are making billions and billions of dollars, right? And especially if they're winning championships like the Chiefs are. But yeah, it's just insane.
It's good for them, good for him. That's incredible. That's so much money to play a game. But when you're the greatest of all time, probably, or you'll be top 5 of all time. It's
Yeah, I got a question for you guys.
that's insane.
Kind of going with what Jason was saying about how far we're progressing with the salary cap. How far away do you think we are from our first $1 billion contract?
5 years.
5?
I-
Nah.
I remember when I remember when Deshaun Watson's deal was insane. That was $230 million. We're at double that.
Yeah,
So
you might be right.
10
5
years maybe.
Nah,
I'd say I was about to
I would
say
have
10
to
years. 10 years was going to be my
10
my
years. I
guess.
give it a decade.
Yeah,
I give it
that's
a decade.
It's going to be
Billy.
it's going to be the next. It won't be Mahomes.
It would have
It'll be the next quarterback, that next generational guy. Whoever drafts him, they'll get some playoff success, maybe win a Super Bowl or two. They're gonna sign him to like a 7-year, 8-year, $1 billion contract.
Yeah.
Like
It's gonna be, you know who it's gonna be is Sorsby, because he's gonna put it all on his team, his whole contract on
Yeah.
his team to win the
That's
Super
right.
Bowl, and he's gonna double it up
He's
for
gonna be one
Billy.
rich man.
That's
All right,
funny.
whatever.
Any other final thoughts on Patrick Mahomes or the NFL in general? That by the way, football cannot come fast enough. I cannot wait. You're in the dog days when you're literally listening to local radio shows about OTA practice and mandatory minicamp. That's where I'm at right now. We need some actual. We need some football.
I've been doing the online season simulators, trying to get like the perfect season,
Yes.
82-0 or 17-0s. Dude, we gotta get something going here. Like, we gotta get going. It's time to hit the gridiron, baby. Come on.
I can't wait.
Hey,
Less than 100 days. Less than 100 days till the first football game. So till the football season kicks off. That's not including preseason games. So once camp and preseason start up, it'll be a lot more fun, and so that'll be super exciting.
Mhm.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us.